Okay, wrestling fans, very unfortunate news today because due to the WWE and UFC merger, we have got multiple superstars that have been released from their contracts, so let's talk about it. So it was rumored for a little while that after the merger we were going to get many cuts, lots of them being backstage cuts, but the rumor of on-air talent being cut was up in the air. We didn't know if it was going to be happening or not. Turns out it is. So I'll just go through the list here, talk about them for a second, give my thoughts on it. Emma is the first one. And about less than an hour or so before she was released, WWE had announced that Elimination Chamber next year is coming to Australia, which is some pretty big news in its own right. Emma, who is of course from Australia, tweeting her excitement, but less than an hour later, turns out she is released from the company. Just absolutely heartbreaking news. One of the most shocking ones, Mustafa Ali of NXT, who is in the middle of a rivalry at the moment with Dominic Mysterio, was set to challenge him for his North American title next week at NXT No Mercy. Next we got Rick Boogs, who is just so much potential, so much charisma, so much energy. Loved the pairing with him and Nakamura. Of course, that horrible injury at WrestleMania happened. He came back, just never has done anything since. Lots of potential there. Next, we've got Aaliyah, someone who spent a long time in NXT, came up to the main roster, was immediately just kind of thrown into the deep end. They had no creative for her. She had the little tag team stint with Raquel Rodriguez. Other than that, I can't really remember anything she's done. Obviously, that is not Aaliyah's fault. This is all because of just the way creative has handled her, the way she has been booked. Elias, who I think had so much potential, was so charismatic, was solid in the ring. Had big moments with the likes of John Cena, The Undertaker. We have Riddick Moss, of course, formerly known as Madcap Moss, the real-life boyfriend, husband, I don't know if they're actually married yet, of Emma. We got Top Dollar of Hit Row, interestingly enough, the only member of Hit Row to be released. We got the veteran Shelton Benjamin. This one sucks. Just so much potential there. Never quite capitalized on it in his first run way back in the day. He came back 2016, 2017 time. Never capitalized on it again. A few fun little tag team runs. Of course, the Hurt Business was great. And finally, and the most shocking one of them all, Dolph Ziggler. Of course, former Mr. Money in the Bank, former multiple-time Intercontinental Champion, multiple-time World Heavyweight Champion, U.S. Champion, Tag Team Champion, you name it. This one hurts just because Dolph Ziggler in the past decade or so is just one of those what-ifs, those just underutilized, underrated talents. There'd be periods where Dolph got so hot, the fans were so behind him, particularly 2014, the Team Cena versus the Authority match. I would like to point out that Dolph Ziggler's real-life brother is in AEW, so that could be a little teaser of what's to come for Dolph. But yes, just heartbreaking news. It has been a couple years since we've had this. It's been since the pandemic era of wrestling, but multiple superstars released. Hopefully this is it. Hopefully this isn't like an ongoing thing. I know NXT stars are set to be released later today, but just heartbreaking news, not just for these wrestlers, but all of the employees over the weekend, over the past week that have also been cut.